You start the broadcast yet?
Yes.
Are we off air?
No.
Coming to you live from Martinsville Speedway.
Welcome to Martinsville Speedway for tonight's running in the West Super Late Model Series. We've got 125 laps to run tonight. You can see Ryan Bloom, last week's winner, taking a few laps. So we've got about 2 minutes left to go in qualifying. And here's Brian Reynolds taking his first few laps. Working on lap 1 of 2. Welcome to Martinsville Speedway. Ryan Bloom taking advantage of a little bit of qualifying time to throw in some extra laps, get a little bit of practice before we fire this thing off. Coming down to 50 seconds left to qualifying. And we're going to get these cars racked up, get them all gridded, get this thing underway. 125 laps here tonight at Martinsville. Coming up. Looks like our cars are starting to grid up. Let's let these guys get all stacked up. We'll run you through the lineup. Alright, on the pole tonight, we've got last week's winner, Ryan Bloom. Dominant, leading every lap last week. On his outside, we've got Blaze Berland in that 3. Row 2 is going to have Dylan Huffines with Dan Loud. Heading down into 3. Berland following up with Huffines in his mirror. Cars all sorted out, single file. Quite a tame start to this race. surprising to be honest with you. And Kim, it's like he got a little bit loose. See what happened to him right there. Just loose off the corner is all. Back up front, Ryan Bloom still leading. Blaze Berland staying right with him, so is Dylan Huffines. Top three starting to pull away from Dylan Kane in the 4th place position. And it's like Cavender slowing up. Oh, we got another one. Dana Rogers zipped down to the bottom. Car's going to come down the front stretch. Troy Daggett back in 9th place, finishing 2nd last week after an incident at the beginning of the race, pitting and making his way all the way back up into 2nd. Impressive finish from him. Bloom with a little bit of a gap on Berlin now. Everybody being pretty patient. Alright, and we're back after having some technical difficulties. See, Bloom still has a gap. They've been making their way by lapped cars. Oh, and the 44 goes around on nose of Haygood. Garski just gets loose and Haygood caps him. So Garski gonna bring out the first caution of the night. Garski's going to bring that thing into the pits. So you see Daggett, Lowther, Gamble, Cannon, Huffines, Berlin, Bloom opting not to pit, as well as Dylan Kane, Haygood, Lar, Matthews. It's Dylan Matthews. Casey Cavender opting not to pit. Colton Garber. Lowther almost gets off before Huffines, but Huffines just gets ahead of him. Berlin gonna join back in 8th place, Huffines 9th. Lowther 10th. Bloom's going to be up there in 1st because he did not pit. These guys are only getting one set of tires tonight. No extras. The ones you start with are what you have to finish with. So 125 laps is going to be a long race. These guys are going to have to learn how to conserve. Right now we got a tight points battle for 1st place with Blaze Berland in 1st place with 342 points, and Ryan Bloom, the current leader of the race, with 334. Got just 12-point difference. Berland with 2 wins. Ryan Bloom getting his first win of the season last week. Berland 8 top 5s to Ryan Bloom's 5. Bloom can wrap this one up pretty well, and he might just be able to take that points lead from Berland. Lowther back there in 6th in points with Cannon in 5th. Only 2-point difference between those two. Lowther's going to be looking to knock Cannon out of 5th and climb his way up into the top 5 in points. It's got a couple of points battles tightening up here. As well as Huffines in 3rd and Daggett in 4th with 313 and 308. The pace car is going to peel off. Bloom's going to bring him down into 3 out of 4, and then we start zoning. Green flag is out. Oh, Colton Garber into the wall immediately, possibly spinning the tires. Lara in 2nd. Oh, we got cars. Oh, we got cars going around. Big wreck. There's the restart wreck. Let's see what happened. Ooh, looks like Matthews maybe connection issues. Cavender just drives it in there. Have to go on board with Cavender and see what happened. I just throttled up at the end. Not really sure. So that's going to bring out caution number 2 of the night. Cavender going to bring that thing down onto pit road. Take a look back at Troy Daggett. Daggett's moved up another spot in points, up into 4th after his 2nd place finish last week at the Rock. Daggett slowly but surely climbing up the points. Just a handful of races left. He's gonna be able to claw his way up. Either way, a great run from Daggett this season. Bloom doing a great job holding down the lead for this race for the first 33 laps of it. Mind you, last week at Rockingham led all 63 laps. Only one to lead the entire race. Getting his first win of the season. Seeing if he can go back to back, making it 2 wins this season. We got Bloom starting in first. Kyle R on his outside. Kyle R got a win at Richmond a few weeks ago. Blaze Berland, he's got 2 wins back in 2nd row. Lowther outside looking for his first win of the season. Pace car is off. Bloom going to bring him down into 3. Heading up off of 4. Berland right there backs up. And they're off. Berland's going to fall back to 3rd while Lara is now getting shuffled onto the outside. Berland falls back into 3rd. Going to fall into line. Lara trying to steal that lead from Bloom. Oh, we got a car going around. That looks like the 82 of Zach Rush. Oh, and 44 hits the wall. Cavender checks up and avoids all of it. Good work by Cavender to not get into that. See, Rush looks like maybe contact with the 14. Let's see, did he have some help with that one? Nope, he went on his own for that ride. Let's see what happened to Garski. Looks like he had a little help from... Is that Tim Garski? A couple of Garskis getting together on that one. It's going to bring out caution number 3. Tonight at Martinsville on lap 38 of 125. Bloom going to bring it down to the pits, so is Kyle R. Berlin going to stay out. Lowther, Gamble, Daggett, Reynolds all staying out. It's like Bloom and Lar might be the only ones bringing it down to the pit lane. Looks like they're going to be the only ones bringing it down. Throw some fuel in it. Mind you, no tires tonight. So just getting some fuel. Don't believe he had any damage. Same thing for Kyle R. And with that pit stop, that's going to put Berland up in first. Current points leader. Trying to hold on to that. Berlin running a few series this year, being very dominant and seems about just about all of them. Talented young racer right here. Lowther with that white neon green car you can't miss. Gamble back here in third. Daggett fourth. See Briar Reynolds here. And lights are off on the pace car. That means we're going to have single file restarts from here on out. Berlin going to bring him down into 3. Committee coming up off of 4, and the green flag is out. Berlin's off with a great start. Lowther not too far behind him. Just about even gapping between first, second, and second, third. If Huffines going to make a move underneath Colton Garber, Garber sends that thing in there on the outside. And Bloom all the way back in the back with Lar. That pit stop might have hurt them. They're going to have to work through all this traffic. Berlin's still up front, holding down the lead. So we see Dylan Kane making the pass on Colton Garber. Lar making the move on Dylan Matthews. Huffines making his way underneath Haygood. It's like Kane looking to get into that fight. Huffines has cleared Haygood for 8th position. Like Tyler Kim really trying to get by that 4 car for Tim Garski. Oh, and a little bit of contact. I think Tyler Kim's had enough of waiting up. Puts the bumper to him. It's like the 4 is holding up 38, but 38's just not able to pass. 4 keeps slamming the door and holding it down low, not giving up that spot. This 4 gets in the wall. Oh, Kim gets a little piece of it, but he gets around. He's going to let Kim make his way by that number 4. You see Kane making his way by Dana Rogers. Back up front, Blaze Berlin. Still running this show after that last restart. Bloom and Lar having no luck right now making their way up through the fields. Lowther's got his sights on Berlin. Go on board with Lowther. See him chasing Berlin. Heading down into turn 3. Lowther right there. having plenty of patience as Berlin slaps the wall. Great throttle control. Back down into 3. Off of 4. Out there looking wherever he can. Let's hop on board with Robert Gamble in 3rd. Gamble right on the back of Lowther too. On board with Daggett, watching the top 3 fight. So Cuffine's maybe going to be trying to make a move on Cannon, and that'll be for the 6th place position. Looks down to his left, underneath. Has him almost cleared as they head down into 3 out of 4. He's got him cleared. Haygood gonna follow him through. Kane with just a little wiggle off of the corner. Cannon slaps the wall. Kane is right to him, trying to make his way by. Kyle R and Ryan Bloom still stuck in the back. Picked up a couple of spots. As we've got a blinker, that's Tim Garski keep disappearing. Several groups of races going on here. Got a pack of leaders heading down into 3. Backpack heading into 1, coming out of 2. Another pack we got coming off of 4 now. Plenty of exciting racing going on here tonight at Martinsville. Only place you're going to find this exciting race is on the 1-5 Studios YouTube channel. Exclusive home of the West Super Late Model Series. Don't forget, next Monday is going to be the season finale of the Northwest Short Track Series. Monday night, 11:15 Eastern. Make sure not to miss that one, as we're going to wrap this season up and crown a champion. That'll be next Monday night. Huffines in 6th place right now. Huffines is currently holding 3rd in points with his 2 wins. 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. He's kind of hanging by himself in the middle of this pack with 313 points. He's not really that close to the car below him or above him. Huffines was leading early in the season after having a few connection issue races, missing a few, using all of his drops, starting to drop down in points. Still holding on to that 3rd place position in the standings. Oh, and Gamble smacks the wall. Souther is closing in on Berlin. Look, Kyle R has made his way back up to 12th so far. Ryan Bloom to 13th. Tyler Kim holding down 10th, keeping that thing in the top 10. Gamble closing back up to Lowther again. Berlin's still going to be holding down that lead while out there's trying to steal it from him. Gamble's right there waiting to pounce on it as well. And we've got a caution. Is that Cannon, possibly? Let's see. Yes, it was. Take a look. That's Dylan Kane right behind the 19 of Cannon. And Kane maybe just trying to send it in way too hard. Drives right through 19 of Cannon. Cannon gets down on the grass and collects it up. All good. But we do have the caution out for the 5th time tonight. On with 55 laps to go. Blaze Berlin in that Wrangler. Number 3. Berlin going to be hitting the pits. Oh, no, it was a fake out. We have anyone heading down pits. Dylan Matthews going to be getting his lap back. So Colton Garber going to be heading down pit lane. Probably get a little work done on that car. That thing's pretty beat up. Slap some fuel in her. Put some fuel in it and he's off. Ryan Bloom has made his way up in the 12th. Kyle R in 11th. If they got, I believe we'll be taking the green with 50 to go. We have about 50 laps to try and get those cars back up front. Try and get this win. And the problem is the guys up front have already pitted. They took the early pit, so they're probably not going to need fuel. They've got those things topped up earlier as the lights are off on the pace car. Pace car is off. Berlin's going to bring him down into 3 and 4 on the high side. And he's going to dip it down. Oh, Berlin spin the tires. Oh, we got cars everywhere. Daggett into the wall. Immediate yellow flag. Oh, we got a lot of tire spin on that restart. Oh, Brian Reynolds into the wall down in here. Immediate chaos as that restart was just a mess. Berlin slides the tires. Gamble slides the tires, spins them. Daggett gets into the wall. We got everybody spinning tires. And what happened to the 12? How did he end up in the wall? Just way overshot the corner, I guess. On board with Daggett. Checks up and gets driven through. Nothing Nothing can be done at that point. It's hang on. Everybody just gets stacked up. You can see Berlin spinning tires there, and yeah, just everybody getting all bunched up. So it's going to bring out caution number 6 for the evening. It's going to hurt Daggett for sure, as he's trying to make his way up the points after his second place finish last week, sitting in 4th. Heartbreak with 50 laps to go for Daggett. And Daggett running in 4th at the time. Daggett gonna re-enter in 17th. Kill the lights on the pace car. Bunch them back up single file for another restart. Pace car gonna bring him down the back stretch. We're gonna give this thing another shot. Hopefully a better restart than the last. These guys know their tires are a little warm now. You gotta be careful of the spinning. Pace car's off. Berlin now going to bring him down to 3 and out of 4. And Berlin with a much better restart. Everybody getting a better restart. Stacked up a little bit by Gamble back in 3rd. Gamble into the wall. Oh, contact with Reynolds. Reynolds still holding on to it, saving it, and he's got it. He's got Huffines all over his back bumper now. It's gonna open the door, but Haygood gonna get on his. Oh, goes outside of Huffines. Lar making his way under Haygood. Haygood brushes the wall. Lar making his way underneath of Cannon. Heading back up front. Lar and Bloom making their way back up there now. Kyle Lar currently in 6th with Bloom in 9th. These guys are making their way. Cannon in the wall hard. Almost drives into the side of Bloom. Sends Kim down the track. No contact, but Kim had to have swerved to avoid him. Keeps it going. Berlin still holding down the lead over Lowther with the 4/10 lead. Daggett getting by Cavender, so is Kane. Lar right on the back of Huffines. He's trying to get by that 7 car. Kyle Lar at 6, Bloom in 8th. Those two we've been watching were up front, pitted, ended up in the back. all the way. The two last cars in line now they've made their way back up to 6th and 8th. Daggett trying to get by the 4 car. Kane as well. Oof. 4 sends in there, holds on to it. But Cavender might be trying to get by that 4 car now. 4 car going to bring it down into the pits. Well, they're still in the hunt for that 3 car. Keeping just about a 4/10 distance between them for the last handful of laps anyways. 34 laps to go. Lowther doing a great job of just keep Berlin right in his sights, not letting him go, but not pushing the issue too soon. So Dylan Matthews on the pit road. Like Lar and Bloom have kind of stalled out a bit in those positions. Our aerial coverage. Gamble's starting to close in on Lowther. Before the field's starting to tighten up a little bit. Just inside of 30 laps to go. We're going to see some action here. Oh, and Lowther, or not Lowther, Huffines into the wall. Not going to slow him down enough for Lar to make that pass. Lar slaps the wall now. Lowther starting to lose Berlin now with in the corners. We're at 5/10. Heading down the backstretch, there's an 8/10 distance between Lowther and Berlin. As Gamble closes in on the back of Lowther. Ooh, closing in enough that Gamble had to check up. Colton Garber back down on pit road. 25 laps to go. Berland out front, still leading this one. Daggett's made his way back up to 11th after that incident on the restart. From 4th place getting turned into the wall, going to the back. And Lowther upside, on the outside. What happened there? So Gamble made his way down to the inside of Lowther. Head down the backstretch. Yeah, with Gamble on the outside, a little bit of contact. Lowther gets sent up the track. That lets the 12 go by as well. Back live, Lowther has been shuffled down into 5th place. Huffines made his way up into 4th place. Sure what happened to Kyle Lar, but he's out of the race now. Or at least 2 laps down. Out there falling back like that, that's good news for Berlin. But now he's got Gamble trying to make his way. So we've inside of 20 laps to go. Coming up on Dana Rogers' lap car. Rogers going to keep it down on the low side. The leaders will make their way by. I think everybody getting by all right. Bloom back in 7th. Just picked up 1 spot. Looks like Lowther possibly burned his equipment up trying to keep up front there. Since he got pushed to the outside, he's just been kind of falling back as Haygood's going to make his way underneath. So he's looking down low as they head into 1. Haygood making his way by, but Lowther's got a little bit of run on the outside. Haygood not quite there to slam the door. Now he's got the door closed. Sent down into 1. And he's got Lowther cleared. Berlin with a 6/10 lead over Robert Gamble in the 54 car. Oh, Haygood loose in the corner. Collects it. That's gonna let Lowther at least peek down low. Is he gonna get by? He's not quite there. Now Haygood's gonna close the door back up. Wasn't quite enough for Lowther to get back past him. Lowther not giving up on that 14 car. He's trying to get by. Bloom sitting patiently waiting. So we're inside of 10 laps to go. There's not much time left. Berlin just got to hold off Gamble. anybody going to be able to make a move here? Is Bloom going to make a move on Lowther? Lowther make a move on 14. Oh, Lowther was going to send it down in there. Checks up just a bit. Gamble closing the gap on Berlin, keeping Berlin on his toes as we got 6 laps to go. Berlin's going to bring him to 5 laps to go. Head down into 1. Rounding out of 2. Berlin bring him down into 3. Counting these laps down. He's going to bring him over the line with 3 laps to go. Berlin's in position to pick up his 3rd win of the season. Gamble trying to make that not happen for him. Gamble looking to get his first. Oh, a little bit of an error out of Berlin. Slips up, corrects it. That's going to let Gamble close in on him, though. Oh, and caution is out for Dana Rogers. That is not what Berlin wanted to see. Oh, that changes everything. Let's see what happened here. So we've got Russian 82, Dylan Matthews 17. 82 goes around. Rogers just kind of gets collected and then gets down the grass. Tries to keep it going. And nobody with damage, but that is going to bring out another caution when we hit 3 laps to go. Bad news for Berlin. That's going to be another restart. Not what he wanted to see. So this one's going to have a green-white checkered finish. See where everyone's at right now. Take a look at the cars we've been watching. Lowther back there has fallen back to 6th place. He's got Ryan Bloom right behind him in 7th. Bloom been fighting most of the race after leading the first 30 or so laps, taking a pit stop for fuel and just been fighting his way back up for the majority of the race. Currently up there in 7th. Green-white checkered. Win not looking like it's going to happen tonight. Still going to bring that car back towards the front for a solid finish. Lights are still on in the pace car. Let's get a little heat in them tires. Alright, lights are off on the pace car. Bring them back one more time, see if we can wrap this thing up with a green-white checkered. Berlin trying to keep that 1st place position. Gamble looking to steal it from him. Reynolds back there in 3rd. Is he going to be able to make something happen? So they're going to bring him down the backstretch. Pace car is off. Berlin going to bring him down into 3. He's going to need a real good restart right here to keep Gamble off of him. And Berlin's off. Haygood spins the tires a little bit. Got a couple of cars getting a little loose. Berlin with a great start. Gamble a little further back. Oh, we got some contact. Haygood getting shuffled out. That's Lowther on the inside. Bloom possibly trying to get by that mess. And Haygood gets shoved to the outside. We got cars beating and banging all over. This white flag is out. Berlin's still up front. Gamble is 8/10 behind. It's not looking like it's going to happen. Berlin just got to bring it through 3 and 4. Bring that thing out of 4 and down the front stretch. Blaze Berlin wins at Martinsville, bringing in his 3rd win of the season. Robert Gamble bringing it home in 2nd place, and Briar Reynolds in 3rd. Some great racing we've seen here tonight. What a show. So we got Berlin, Gamble, and Reynolds the top 3. Berlin gonna burn it down again. 3rd time this season. Blaze Berlin, your winner. Let's run down the field real quick. Blaze Berlin's your winner. Robert Gamble 2nd. Briar Reynolds 3rd. Dylan Huffines 4th. 5th is Dan Lowther. Ryan Bloom in 6th. Mason Haygood 7th. 8th is Troy Daggett. 9th Tyler Kim. Dylan Kane rounding out your top 10 with David Cannon in 11th. Casey Cavendish, Zach Rush, Dana Rogers, and Dylan Matthews top 15. Kyle Lars going to bring it home in 16th with Colton Garber in 17th. Tim Garski in 18th. And Nate Garski wrapping it up in 19th position tonight. We should be having our top 3 join us shortly, so hang tight and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Martinsville. We're here with our top 3 finishers. Let's start off with Brian Reynolds in 3rd. Briar, top 3 for you again. We see you kind of just seem to sneak your way in towards the end of these races. And how do you keep doing this? You're consistently up there.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty consistently getting on the podium, but I still haven't got a win. It's a little disappointing, but I don't know. I always save tires. It's just I don't mind starting farther in the back and methodically working my way through so that I have something at the end. And this time I think I had a 3rd place car. On the long run right before that last restart, Robert and Blaze were both better than me, and I was looking in the mirror in 4th and walking away from Dylan, so I think I was just going to be in my own little 3rd place bubble there.
All right, Briar, a solid 3rd place finish. Who would you like to thank tonight? Solid 3rd place finish, Briar. Who would you like to thank tonight?
Just Reynolds Racing and Tim Special Cut Meats in Post Falls, Idaho. If you guys are ever in that area, go ahead and check his little store out.
All right, congratulations on 3rd place finish, Briar. Robert Gamble, 2nd place finisher. Robert hanging tight for the whole race, come up just short. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that was a fun race. I really like Martinsville. It's nice. Get on long green runs and you get in a nice groove. So that was a lot of fun. The guys around, everybody was being nice and respectful. And I think we had a think we'd had a shot at it if we hadn't had that last caution, because we were at a few laps to go. Blaze, his stuff was wearing out, and I was right there, so it would have been close. I mean, it would have been a good race. Passing here is one thing, you know, getting up to somebody is one thing, but passing them's another. So, still, just had a blast. That was a fun time. Thanks, Dan, for putting all this on, all the work you do for this series. I really enjoy it. The cars and tracks that we have are just a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's it.
All right, well said, Robert. Who would you like to thank tonight?
Just thank my teammates and Aerokinetics, although none of them are here, but that's the team we're running. So we're starting to pick up some oval drivers for that. So, and just thank Dan Lowther for putting on such a fun series.
All right, congratulations on that second place finish again. Your winner, Blaze Berlin. Blaze, you've got to be kidding me, buddy. Every time we see you up front, you're absolutely dominant. How do you keep doing this?
Oh man, that was a great night. I ended up qualifying second, and I don't know. I was kind of worried about starting on the outside there on that restart, but luckily I was able to drop in and just kind of find my groove early and just kept it going.
Blaze, it looked like you were starting to wear your stuff out at the end there. Was it tough hanging in towards the end?
Oh yeah, Robert had definitely a faster car at the end there. I think I was kind of trying to save early in the race, and then Dan was behind me there, and I kind of started to use it up just a little bit. And by the time Robert got around Dan, I'd pretty much used my stuff up, and I think Robert might have gotten me if that green flag run would have kept going.
All right, almost a close call at the end there, having that last caution come out. I'm sure you didn't want to see that one. Maintained keeping it in first, bring home the win tonight. That's definitely going to keep you on the top of the points. We've got only a handful of races left. Do you think you're going to be able to hold out and keep that points lead?
Oh yeah, I think I got a good shot here. I just got to make sure I qualify good so I can get those special points, and then just keep consistent, finish top fives, and hopefully make a number 4 here soon.
All right, Blaze Hughes, congratulations on that win again. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. I'd also like to thank my family and my girlfriend Samantha, and I'd also like to call out Dustin Mitchell to come run with us sometime.
All right, Dustin Mitchell, you hear that? You got to come run with these guys. All right, and that's going to do it for us here at 1.5 Studios. We'd like to thank you for joining us for the West Super Late Model Series. Don't forget, Monday night, we got the season finale of the Northwest Short Track Series. That's Monday night at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, only here on 1.5 Studios YouTube page. And we'd like to thank you again for joining us, and we hope to see you next week.